Hello everyone, myself Sagar Ramesh Kute, working as Assistant Professor Department of Physics, JMD College, Sinnar, Nasik. Now last lecture we will discuss Module 3. In this lecture we will discuss Module 4. First topic is laser mode. No light source is truly monochromatic. Every source emits light with a range of frequencies. Even a laser emits light with the sum of range of frequency. Although the range can be very small, the causes of spectral light burning are varied. The output laser consists of number of very closely spaced direct frequency component, narrow spectral covering a moderately broad spectral range. The distinct components are called as laser mode. The spectral range they occupy approximately the fluorescent line width of atomic transition, giving rise to the laser output. The output of laser beam actually consists of the number of closely spaced spectral lines of different frequency in broad frequency range. The distinct spectral components are termed as a laser mode, and coverage range is the line width of atomic transition. Responsible for the laser output, laser mode are categorized into the axial and transverse mode. First, the axial mode are constructed by the light wave moving exactly parallel to the cavity axis. Light incident on mirror that reflect from mirror construct a standing wave similar to the streak bounded at both the ends. All the axial mode are due to propagation of plane wave along the line joining center of two reflecting mirror. Second, unlike the plane wave propagating along the axis of cavity in axial mode, there are some other wave traveling out of the axis that are not able to repeat their own path turn travels electromagnetic wave. These are the laser mode. Now next topic is line broadening. Broadening is the laser physics in physical phenomena that affect the spectroscopic line shape of the laser emission profile. The laser emission is due to excitation of atom system between excited state and ground state. The difference in energy between these two states is proportional to the frequency of wavelength of the photon emitted, and it is indeterminacy. The frequency wavelength of the beam will have the certain width, that is broadening. Frequency at which absorption or emission of light take place is given by E is equal to h mu, where delta E difference between ground state energy and excited state of the atom. H is Planck constant, that is this H, and mu is frequency of photon. Depending on the nature of indeterminacy, there can be two type of the broadening. First is homogeneous broadening and second will be inhomogeneous broadening. Now we will discuss first homogeneous broadening. This will be the diagram of homogeneous line broadening. A line broadening mechanism is referred to homogeneous when it broadens the line of each individual atom and therefore the whole system in the system way. Example, natural broadening, collision broadening, etc. The most important homogeneous line broadening, which is collision broadening in gas, is due to collision of atom with other atom, ion free electron or wall of the resonance. In a solid, it is due to interactive of atom with the photon of crystal lattice. This will be the homogeneous broadening. Now second will be the inhomogeneous broadening. This will be the diagram of inhomogeneous line broadening. In line broadening mechanism is referred to as inhomogeneous when it leads to atomic resonance frequency beginning distribute over a band of the frequency and therefore result in bonded line for the system, the whole without bonding the line of individual atom. Example, Doppler bonding. Doppler bonding result from difference in frequency measure for the radiation emitted from atom they travel away from toward observer. The total line shape of system can be easily measured through the absorption spectroscopy. In fact, emission and absorption depend on the photon frequency. They are characterized by the line width. Line bonding are following three examples. First is natural bonding, that is lifetime. Second, collisional, that is pressure bonding. Third will be the Doppler bonding. In first, natural bonding. Natural bonding is example of homogeneous bonding. Experimentally, it is possible to reduce the effect of both Doppler bonding and collision bonding by the reducing the temperature of gas and reducing the pressure respectively. By taking data at different temperature, the pressure they can both effectively eliminated. However, even in the limit of low temperature and pressure, the width of spectral line is still not zero. There is finite limit set not by the environment, that is temperature and pressure, but the atom themselves. This is referred to the natural line width. The wavelength of emitted photon depend on energy of the upper and lower level is h mu is equal to hc upon lambda, that is h mu minus el. Note that the energy level in atom in the reality not sharp. If energy level are sharp, then energy difference is E mu minus El is equal to 0. According to uncertainty of principle, delta E into delta T greater than or equal to H cross, where H cross is H upon 2 pi. This indicates that delta E directly proportional to 1 upon delta T. Therefore, we conclude that energy difference is 0, that is delta T is equal to infinity. Hence, energy level has spectral in term of frequency because reciprocal of T is nothing but frequency, that is delta E directly proportional to delta mu, where delta mu is equal to mu1, mu2 up to mu n. In lifetime of atom, the energy state is delta T is equal to H cross upon delta E is equal to 10 raised to minus 8 second. Then delta mu is equal to 1 upon 2 pi delta T is equal to 16 mHz, that is microhertz. This indicates that natural bonding is small in magnitude. Now second type is collision, that is pressure bonding. This will be the diagram of collision bonding. Collision bonding is an example of homogeneous bonding. If atom which is emitted a wave train undergoes collision, then the phase of wave train is suddenly changed and effect produce shortening in the wave train is known as collision bonding. It is also called as spectral line bonding. Collision bonding results from atomic or molecular collision in the gas or form interaction with lattice photon in solid. Collision bonding in homogeneous collision cause random phase jump in the wave function. Alternative, we can also think that the incoming electric field goes through the phase jump. If the absorbing atom responsible for absorption line suffering frequent collision with other atom, the electron energy level will be destroyed. This mechanism leading to bonding of emission of and absorption line is called as collision bonding. The magnitude of this effect depend on the frequency V-call at which such collision occur. This frequency can be calculated. V-call is equal to Vth and sigma call, where nth is density of atom, sigma call is cross section area of the collision, and Vth mu th is equal to under root of 2 kT upon m is thermal speed of atom. Now third topic is Doppler bonding. Doppler bonding is the example of inhomogeneous bonding. Now first two type is example of homogeneous bonding, and this will be the type of inhomogeneous bonding. Doppler bonding is bonding of spectral line due to the Doppler effect caused by the distribution of velocity of atom. Different velocities of emitting particle result in the different Doppler shape. The frequency measured by the observer increases if the source and observer approach each other and decreases when they recede. In gas, atom can move randomly, therefore observer can measure a range frequency. This bonding of line is called as Doppler bonding. This bonding occur where Doppler effect, the line shape function is g mu 0 is equal to 1 upon delta mu. That is g mu 0 is equal to 1 upon delta mu. The thermal motion of absorbing atom lead to small variation in the absorbed frequency mu due to the Doppler effect. If mu 0 is centroid frequency of the absorption line, then the Doppler effect will be shift the frequency toward the spectral line bonding, that is mu is equal to mu 0 bracket 1 plus Vr upon C, where Vr is component of velocity of absorbing atom along the line of strain. Thus the Doppler shift has amplitude. Delta mu is equal to mu 0 bracket Vr upon C. Now this will be the Doppler bonding. Now next topic is full width at half maximum and gain bandwidth. Now this will be the diagram of full width at half maximum of spectrum. Full width at half maximum is the width of spectral curve measured between two extreme value of the independent variable at which the dependent variable is equal to half of the maximum value. Half width of the maximum is half of the full width of half maximum. The limited range of frequency over which stimulated emission can provide sufficient gain is called as gain bandwidth or gain. It is also called as amplification bandwidth. The spacing between neighboring m is equal to 1, frequency delta mu is equal to C upon 2 mu L by using term C is equal to mu lambda. Putting this value in this C, that is delta mu is equal to mu lambda upon 2 mu L. This mu gives an left side, that is delta mu upon mu is equal to lambda upon 2 mu L. Delta lambda upon lambda is equal to lambda upon 2 mu L. The half width of gain profile of laser material device is delta lambda is equal to lambda square upon 2 mu L. This indicates that the laser will operate only a selected few frequency for which the gain exceed all cavity losses. Now this will be the full width at half maximum and gain bandwidth. Now in this lecture we will discuss laser mode line bonding. In line bonding, homogeneous and inhomogeneous bonding, and third topic will be the full width at half maximum and gain bandwidth. Thank you. Thank you so much.